be confident in what you are and who you are and what you're about. I think once you lose confidence, you start losing yourself and losing your way.
How do you know you're not quitting 5 minutes before the miracle begins?
I have 10 things I'm grateful for every single day. 30 minutes to 1 hour of personal development a day. That's usually audio.
Let's be real. This year has been challenging for many of us. How did you handle it? Did you tackle it head on, or did you bury your head like an ostrich in the sand? Were you able to innovate and focus on solutions? I personally know friends and family members who have lost their jobs this year, and they're asking what comes next. Are you thinking about a pivot in your career or business? Is it time to reinvent yourself? How do you go about that, and where the heck do you start? What are your goals for 2021 and beyond, personally and professionally? Are you considering retirement, maybe serving on a board of directors, maybe helping family or friends excel, or maybe you're thinking about taking on a leadership role? Do you have a playbook or guide to help you through the challenges and achieve your goals? What are your guiding principles that help push you through difficult times or help you achieve higher levels of success? If you're like me, you're probably already writing down all your goals for 2021, making a list of what you want to accomplish. But how do you stay focused and on track when things go a little wonky? How do you balance your personal and professional life? The strategies outlined in this book will help you when facing challenges, whether it be with a family member or at the office. The stories will inspire you and give you hope. Hi, everyone. I'm Mary Fain Brandt, and I'm so excited to be co-hosting this very special event, the Push Through official virtual book launch. So who is this book perfect for? Young college students that are graduating and need some guidance in career, or maybe they're thinking about another degree. Entrepreneurs that need a nudge and some concrete strategies to see past challenges, set the goals, and possibly build a team. It's great for anyone who's reinventing themselves. Maybe their profession has changed, the industry or the company has shifted. And what about athletes that are looking at what their lives are going to be like after sports? Also, parents and grandparents who want to teach their children and grandchildren these concepts and strategies. Great gift idea, you guys. So pull up a chair, put on your earbuds, and join us on a journey of how two women overcame obstacles and pushed through so they could create the lifestyle they wanted while making a positive impact on the lives of others. Today is the day. It's finally here. We want to share with you that today is the day of the book launch. I'm so excited. Here you go. If you're already ready and you know you need this book, just scan this code. Go ahead, scan it right now, and your copy of this book and the journal will be on its way to you. But you know what? Let's go ahead and let's bring up Hawley and Carey. Oh, one more thing, you guys. During this book launch, do you want to know how it's going to go? We're here for 2 hours, and we've got raffle prizes, hint, hint, the book and the journal throughout the show. So how do you win? We didn't complicate it. We want to make it really simple. If you're watching live, we've got a couple assistants backstage, and they're going to write down your name and put it on our fabulous raffle prize wheel for a chance to spin it and win it. There's other prizes or special surprises sprinkled out throughout the show. So stay tuned. Another one is a cocktail or mocktail. So let's get you ready for that. Let me show you what you're going to need. Hold on 1 second. We're going to bring that up. So there you are. We're going to have a game on cocktail. So if you're sitting at home, take a couple minutes, go run, get these ingredients so that you can toast Hawley and Carey on this success of their book launch. So having said all of that, I think it's time to bring the authors on the show. Let's get them on. Hawley and Carey.
Hi there. Hey, Mary.
Hi. Oh my gosh. I am so excited for you guys. I'm just privileged. I feel like really honored that you guys asked me to be part of this. What an amazing accomplishment here. Now, I wanted to read a little bit about you guys, tell everyone who you guys are, but I kind of wanted you on the screen so they can see your face too. So you guys, these women are incredible and I don't want to miss anything. So I'm just going to read the really short bios. So Hollywood's Gray, Holly wave, woohoo, wave there. She prides herself on being a leader in the financial services industry as a seasoned advisor at Appreciation Financial. And she's the co-founder of WOW, Women of Wealth, and a board member for Women of Insurance and Financial Services. As a result of being an athlete for over 35 years, Hawley knows firsthand that all good things come from hard work, coaching, and being held accountable. She's passionate about helping others succeed, and she thrives on supporting others in growing their businesses to the next level. And Carey Yukich, say, yeah, wave. I want everyone to know who you guys are. Carey is a successful financial planner and business owner, and having founded True Wealth Advising Group in 2014 with her husband, John. I love that. Since then, she's built a dynamic financial services team and embraced the challenges of tackling a competitive industry. As a lifelong athlete and collegiate volleyball player at Northwestern University, Carey gained numerous skills that have contributed to her career achievements. The parallels of what works on the court and what works in the conference room are what Carey hopes to teach those who strive for success. Wow, you guys have some stellar backgrounds, and I know you both personally. I'm so excited for this book launch. I mean, I probably should just buy some for my friends and entrepreneurs and just ship them out, right? Yeah, show everyone the book, you guys. I love it.
And the journal.
I love that. And I know we're going to get into a little more details of why you guys wrote the book and the components of it a little later on in the show. But you know what? Let's get the audience a little curious. Can you tell me maybe just a snippet of what inspired you to write the book?
Yeah, so this has been an idea that I had for quite a while. And then several years ago, about 4 years ago, Carey and I met at a Women in Insurance and Financial Services conference. We met during one of the breakout. Carey stood up and she talked about how she played Division I volleyball. And so being the other volleyball player in the room, of course, we instantly hit it off and we just cultivated our friendship. And last year when we were at the same conference, I shared my idea with her and she jumped on board. So I'm very thankful and appreciative. She had been wanting to write a book. So Carey, what do you want to add?
No, I just think that it's been incredible to connect with so many people since we started this journey. And it's brought several aha moments as to when we started this process and what inspired us. Back to the incredible opportunity that both Hawley and I had to play collegiate volleyball. And a lot of that had to do with hard work by a lot of men and women that helped push the legislation through with Title IX. So we want to definitely give a shout out. It's funny how that timeline all worked out, that just as Title IX was really coming into the game of or college athletics is right when Hawley and I were going to college. But the common threads that we learned through volleyball and other athletics, both Hawley and I were multi-sport athletes, was incredibly transferable or parallel to what's helped with our success off the court. Now, both of us are in financial services, but these traits and these strategies and techniques we talk about are applicable in many different settings and have certainly helped me along the way. So that's really what inspired us to begin this journey almost a little over a year ago.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
amazing. Simply amazing. Well, I know the audience today, you guys are going to share interviews from the story. We've got guest speakers, you guys. We've got videos, prizes, lots of prizes. So really buckle down. You want to stay here during the whole time so you can get a real good idea of who this book is for and little tidbits that they're going to share throughout today. And we're here till 3:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Don't ask me to convert that into the other time zones because that is not my thing. These ladies can tell you. Time zones are not my friend, you guys. Oh, my Lord. Hey, so I know that we have a very special guest. So I'm going to read her bio and introduce her, and then I'm going to let you guys talk to her, and she's going to share a little bit about her push-through moment. So we have Selima Rockwell, who wrote the foreword of the book. Wow, that is amazing that you got her to come on here. I'm so excited. Selima is a 3-time All-American setter at Penn State, a U.S. national volleyball team member and captain, and the former associate head coach at Penn State University and University of Texas. She's also a color analyst for ESPN, Fox Sports, and Big Ten Network. And her latest endeavor is the co-founder of Mind Growth Lab. Ooh, I'm interested to hear what that's about. That is impressive. Well, let's bring Selima on to the show.
Hi, Selima.
Hi, Selima. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm settled. I got my kids. I got my dogs. I think we're good, and I'm excited to be here. Thanks so much for having me.
Well, we cannot be more excited to have you join us, and thank you for taking time out of your pretty busy schedule, balancing all kinds of things on your plate. Most people might not know this, Selima, but you and I actually duked it out on the court in the Big Ten a few years ago. No, only a few.
Just a couple of years ago. Wasn't that long ago, but I mean, I think that's for me why this is so cool. I mean, obviously, it's such an awesome thing that you guys have done and book that you've written, the concept behind it. But Carey, when you reached out and the connection, the bond that we have, just like all volleyball athletes seem to have, I was super stoked to help in any way that I can, and I'm just so excited about it. So.
Well, and what we didn't realize is even more how much we have in common. So our first question is, one of Hawley and my favorite chapter is what we call fierce.
Oh.
We talk about the traits of being aggressive and competitive and assertive, and that has helped us. Now, can you tell us maybe a little bit about how you're fierce on and off the court?
How am I fierce? Sure. I mean, I think, when you talk about those words, you're talking about assertiveness, aggressiveness, and competitiveness. I mean, they all are a little bit different and they manifest themselves a little bit differently. On the court, when I started playing, it was, I think people saw it in me and my drive and how I was maybe across the net, maybe my assertiveness a little bit with the referees, or I had something to say, and with your teammates. But really, I was thinking about some of this the other day. It's like when you're confident in yourself and when you've done the work and put in the work, that's when all that stuff can kind of come through. You're just not confident tomorrow. That just doesn't, you don't go from I'm not confident to suddenly confident. I know that I've done everything I can to train to be in this moment. And now I'm sure of myself. I'm good with what I'm doing and I'm confident in my routine. And it's the same with your teammates, being assertive with a teammate when, hey, they need to get a pass. Well, yeah, I can tell them that's okay. We're in that moment. And those are the things that I think for me on the court, I was a happy, kind of bubbly, upbeat, but also tough player. So those are the things that I think I demonstrated, and certainly in off the court as well. All that stuff carries over, right? So being competitive, my first job when I was done with volleyball forever was in pharmaceutical sales. And, I'm an English speech comm major, not at all sciencey, but I was like, I want to learn this stuff and get the job because I'm competitive and I want to see if I can do it. And I know that industry is super competitive, even within your own world.
Right.
So it was like driving me to continue to have some of that stuff and carry it on outside of my volleyball career.
So, we talk a lot about this, this drive to succeed. And I know for me, it really did come through sports, but what off the court can you say that you've really been able to take out to really show that success that you've had?
Yeah, I think the biggest things you take, first of all, you learn how to work with people, right? We're talking about team. We're talking about this. How can you be successful as a unit? And being successful as a unit means you have to work with people that aren't like you, that don't think like you, that are different from you. And how do we put that all together? And I think one of the biggest things that I took from sport is, okay, I'm now in a professional setting, and these are all the different people. That was easy for me because I've done it. I've been there, and that's the same thing with the confidence and the aggressiveness. I know what it means and what it takes to win. I've been in high pressure situations. I've been in intense situations, but it's really also being able to continue to move forward and to push through because but really it's like things are going to get tough. Things are going to get tough. And what do you do when things get tough? Can you focus on the next move? Can you focus on the next play? And that's the same thing in your life. And Mary was saying in the beginning how this has been so hard. This whole COVID thing has been so tough. It's the same thing. Where are you going to be on the other side of this, right? What are you going to do? And do you have those tools? And that's what I love about the book. Tools, they're strategies. Like, this is what you can do, and this is how you can be successful. So anyway,
no, you did fantastic. Exactly. And you can tell she's enthusiastic and passionate because what we didn't realize is that when we interviewed Selima, she had also some very personal stories about how she pushed through and really relating back to the lessons and experiences that she's shared a little bit on how she got through that. And I guess that's part of what we really want to communicate is you don't have to be an athlete to use these strategies. We're helping athletes to help connect, but also to see how it can be impactful in your personal life. So maybe share with us a lesson or two that you've learned in athletics that's helped you really off the court.
Yeah, some of the lessons that I've learned are, really it's about working hard and putting in work and having routines, right? And I think that's a lot of stuff you guys talk about even in your book is what are you going to do today to get you where you want to be? Or what is somebody in their story? How have they gotten to the place they are? It's by being pretty systematic, having some goals, and not just looking at outcome. I'm here, there's the outcome. Well, there's a process to get to it. And I think being great and getting to an elite level in anything in your life is a process. And if you can be process oriented, the rest is gonna end up coming. And I think for me, that's what I learned through sport. Even when you spoke briefly just about some of my personal challenges. And for those of you that don't know me, I had some health issues, a major issue after the birth of my second child, where it was pretty tenuous. And, but me and I as a family, we had to say, okay, what are we going to do? Like, how are we going to get through this? It's not just going to be, I'm going to be better tomorrow. And I had to take it one day at a time, trust the process, trust my routines, just to get through. And I think that's what we all need to do in every part of your life. It applies to. It really, really does.
Yeah. So I just have to say hi to Beth real quick. Hi, Beth. We all know. So, Beth did one of our testimonials, so big shout out to her as well.
One of the best coaches. One of the best coaches there is in the country.
Hands down.
Shout out.
Yes. So your newest venture is called Mind Growth Lab. Share with us a little bit about that.
Well, I think kind of like you guys, there's so much that we learn and we have so much information in our head and we just want to get it out there and share it with people and help people. So my friend and I decided we both just love helping young female athletes, right? That was kind of the best part of the job for me coaching wise. So, and most of it is being in the office, talking to them, helping them through situations that may not even relate to volleyball. That might be personal or struggles they have with confidence on the court, those kind of things. So we decided to put together kind of a company and a program to help female athletes with their mindset, their mental wellness, and to help the people that support them. So also coaches, here's how you can get a player to run through the wall for you. But there are steps and you have to understand what it takes. Here's what you can do when you have this situation, understanding the young athlete brain. So it's really a consulting business / life coaching / everything where we help individuals. We do webinars and podcasts, and we're just going to help people be better, just be better versions of themselves.
Even more common threads we found, right? Along our journey together. And we didn't even know you were doing that project.
I know.
So congratulations to you and your partner.
Thank you.
I know you got a tight schedule. We wish we could have you all day. And thank you again so much. We've loved having you a part of this journey and all your support. And thank you.
You're so welcome. And I was honored to write the foreword. I did it about 1,000 times for those of you watching because I was like, that's terrible. We landed on a good one, and I'm so proud of you guys, and I'm so grateful. This book just is unbelievable, and it's going to be so helpful. I can't wait to get my hard copy in my hand, and just helpful for anybody at any age. So I'm just grateful and happy for you, and good luck with everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I think next, Mary's going to come back on and we're going to have a giveaway. Woo! Our first
We are. So just like a live book launch party when you would physically go to a bookstore, remember those days? You two wanted to give away copies of your book and the journal throughout the show. So we're going to be spinning the prize wheel, and Allie is backstage collecting names of all of those that are watching live and entering them on the prize wheel. So let's go ahead and take the prize wheel for our first spin. Okay.
I can't wait.
This is so cool.
This is so cool.
Grace Richardson. Woo! I actually saw her yesterday. She's
All right.
Sexology facials. So thanks, Grace, for being a part of our launch. I cannot wait to hand deliver your prize to you.
Come
Okay.
on.
Well, I think you guys are going to talk a little bit about the community that you're creating with the Daily Push Challenge.
Yeah, Holly, you want to go ahead?
Sure. So, for those of you that have been following us on social media, you'll notice that we have our groups and we've had a lot of interviews and whatnot. So in every chapter of the book, we have what's called your daily push. And it's an exercise that helps you really get ingrained the concepts and traits that we're talking about throughout that chapter. And so our goal is to really create a push through movement. And I'll let Carey use her favorite word. I won't steal it from her. That is just growing and thriving, and a place where you can go to get that support, and also just to have other people on your team to really support you and be there for you, and you be a support as well. Because once you have made it to whatever your top level is in your business, it's time to reach back and bring somebody with you.
Absolutely. And we want to make this positive vibe spread like wildfire, right? We want it to be contagious.
That's her word.
I think I got it in there. I think what's already started to happen is we've been promoting and talking about these concepts with a lot of people, maybe over drinks or at different meetings or just personal friends, and even the people who all collaborated with the book. And there's some common threads. And keep in mind, these are high-level CEOs and obviously Selima, Olympian, All-American, and Carey, a lot of people. What we wanted to do was also hear the stories and connect the common threads that we all have. And so we want to hear from you. We want to hear your push-through story. We want to hear your a quote that you use or that is meaningful to you and impactful to you that has helped you. And that could be to handle a difficult time or to get you past some resistance, whether it's mental or something that maybe got in your way, timing, illness. I had a 2017 I wanted to erase. But what kind of things did you do to push through? And we'll talk a little bit later about songs, praying, different strategies that personally and professionally people use. And we challenge everybody to share that, to be vulnerable, because through this process, Hawley and I have both been very vulnerable and learned a tremendous amount. And we can connect and use best practices for what's helped each other. So that's what the push through movement and the push through challenge is all about. And we want to be focused on the solutions, what's worked, what's helped you. And you'd be surprised the common threads that it has with so many other people.
Yeah, and I think it really goes back to us, how we met and how we have, the next guest that we have on, he's going to be coming on shortly, but the next guest that we have coming on is really the common thread that both Carey and I have. One of the things that we've been able to do is both of us are in financial services and the insurance industry. We don't look at each other as competitors, though. We look at each other as colleagues, collaborators, and how to really make each other better so that we all know, both of us know, that there's an abundance of people to help out there. There's no reason for me to compete against Carey when we can collaborate. And so I think let's go ahead and bring Mary back on. We have a special guest waiting backstage. And
we do. He is so excited. He's over here in the private chat. He's just eager to get on you guys. So the next guest is Mehron Asadi. And Mehron is a national life group CEO and head coach. And you know what? He is so eager to get on. Let's just bring him on the show.
Hello.
Hello. Great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me. It's such an honor to be with you this afternoon.
Thank you.
We are the ones that are very honored and incredible to have you as, one of our supporters on this movement and very influential in the manuscript and journal. We'll talk a little bit more about that. So you've been doing good?
I'm being good. I'm doing good. and we're going to wrap up this 2020 as a memorable year in many ways. So I'm excited about December, the most wonderful time of the year. Everybody is excited about the new year and new opportunities.
Yeah, well, you segued very well for us. In our interview, you talked about some impact stories and some push-through stories in your life, but also one of the very important concepts that you're trying to help us all understand is servant leadership. And can you give us an overview of what you mean by that and really where that comes from for you?
Well, Carey, all of us want to be purposeful. We want to be part of something that's bigger than us. And being involved in the industry that we are part of and having a privilege and honor of being in a leadership role is all about serving others and creating something that is unique, creating opportunities that other folks can be part of and bring the best version of themselves to a team that is part of something that is mission driven and purposeful. You know, in today's world, we don't talk enough about serving others and how wonderful it is to be part of the solution, part of something special that impacts other people. In this day and age, especially millennials are in search of being part of something that's purposeful. And in our profession, we are serving our fellow human beings, especially as we are going through this pandemic. There are first responders and then there are second responders. We appreciate first responders. And in the middle of a pandemic, everyone wants to be part of the solution. How can I do something to help others? And through what we do, we are helping people to prepare themselves for the unknown. Who would have thought that we're going to have this global pandemic in 2020? Just think about it. When we talk about unknown, the unknown can be illness or sickness or unfortunate things that happens to family members. And then you have mother of all matters like the pandemic, something that no one had prepared for. So servant leadership simply is about finding glory in serving others.
Love that. Love that. Thank you.
Yeah. And when we did our interview with you, we also talked about the reflection that you do every week. And I don't know if you know this, but we have our companion journal. And in our journal, we take your concept and we expand it. But could you just talk a little bit about that reflection that you do every week and how it is so impactful in your life?
So for the past 25 years, every Sunday morning, before everybody gets up in my house, I'll put a pot of coffee on. And when I'm up first thing in the morning, I do a reflection of my prior week. It's a self-assessment. It is so powerful to think about how did I show up as a leader last week? And based on that reflection, what are the things that I need to do more of? And what are the things that I need to adjust and I need to do less of? It's for those of us who have played some sort of a sport in high school or college, it is like watching the film, right? And learning from the past and also mentally preparing for the next week. Why do I do it on a weekly basis? Because I have a good fortune of serving many folks at our company, and I want to bring my best version because the company deserves to have the best CEO they can have. So I'm one of those people who is a lifetime learner, and I believe that learning ends when you die. Therefore, you are constantly learning and applying that learning to get better and improve as a leader. So it works for me. I hope it would work for people who are watching this and listening to this, because guess what? It is powerful.
It's very powerful. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, it's helping me. And like Hawley said, we actually incorporated it into our journal. And we used your idea and how it's been successful for you. If it's worked for someone who's been so successful in their lives and who has this vision, then it certainly can help the rest of us. So,
but Carey, I also want to let you know that for the past 11 years at National Life, on an annual basis, we recognize our leaders who exemplify and live the 7 C's of leadership. So we celebrate leadership at National Life Group based on comprehension, competency, confidence, courage, conviction, communication, and finally, character.
All very important concepts to incorporate and reflect on. And it's interesting that has been this journey for Hawley and I. Now, a lot of people at National Life Group and Equity Services call you our head coach, right? And Hawley and I wrote this book really to help people understand how the corporate world and on the court, there's a lot of similarities and parallels. Can you talk about maybe how that bridge that we want people to understand that? What, as a head coach, what does that really mean to you?
So as a head coach, my job is to assemble the best coaching staff in our business. And effectively, I have a privilege of working with an amazing, bright, talented, committed leaders in our industry. And as a coach, your job is to strategize, game plan, and execute. And to that end, as we step in the arena as a team, I refer to our business as being a contact sport. You have to be around people. You have to establish relationships. You have to learn from the past and apply that learning. So our job as head coach, my job and our job as assistant coaches, line coaches, for lack of a better term, is to implement our strategy through other people and help them develop. One of the most exciting things about leadership is just watching people learn, apply the learning, and grow as a person, as a leader, right in front of your eyes.
Right.
It is the greatest high ever.
Hence, one of the reasons why we wanted to write this is to help more people to bloom and to blossom and develop and see some of these same strategies and qualities and traits in themselves and be inspired by the stories and how they can apply those in their own lives. Hawley, I'll hand it over to you for.
Well, Mehron, we had such a wonderful interview with you when we had the opportunity to sit down with you for, I don't even know how long it was. It felt like you gave us we had a half an hour scheduled. We ended up talking for much longer than that. But one of the things that I really appreciate is the stories that you shared with us. What would be your message to our readers as far as what they need to do or what you would say to them to help them push through to whatever their next level is?
I would tell your readers that if your dreams are not scaring the hell out of you, they're not big enough. Go on, dream and dream big, and go after it. Have heart, will, and desire in living your dreams.
Love that.
Short and sweet.
I love it.
I absolutely love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mehron, we really want to thank you so much for being a part of this with us, for always being our head coach and for always saying yes to us. If it wasn't for National Life Group, Carey and I probably wouldn't have met each other. So we have you guys to thank for that. And I can see with all the messages and everything that are coming across, a lot of your people have come on, not only because they support us, but also because they support you so much. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'm proud of both of you. I've had the privilege of getting to know you, and you're special, and you truly have servant's heart. Take a look at this phenomenal book you have written, and you're spreading the good. So I'm grateful to know you. I'm grateful to be with you on this journey, and I want to congratulate you. I'm so proud of you. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I wanted to give him a high five.
I know.
Right?
High five.
Give him a high five.
And
Wow,
Coach,
that was really inspiring. I feel like I should be back over here like taking notes.
he's
Or just read the book.
He's featured in the book. In between every one of the chapters, some of the interviews with these amazing people are inserted in between some of the chapters. And wow, we're just honored to have him be part of that. So.
Sweet. Wow. I'm just so amazed of all the people that are watching. Thank you. To the audiences, you know, they're so excited. The comments are flooding in, ladies, of congratulations and high fives. And everyone is just having a great time watching. And you guys, we have a lot more coming up. So next up, I can't believe this, but you guys want to do another giveaway.
We love giving stuff away.
Okay, well, let's bring up the prize wheel because Allie is behind the scenes and she is entering those names. Look at how many names we have. Let's spin it to win it and see who the next winner is.
Ooh, I see so many volleyball players on here too. I see Nancy Dome.
Oh.
Yay, your husband!
Okay, that was not fixed at all, you guys. Like,
Uh-huh.
I can't fix it. It's an online like prize wheel thing.
Random prize wheel.
Yeah. So, well, we're definitely reading that book. Hey, so whoever, when you win on the prize wheel, you're just going to email, and I'm going to bring that up right now just so you guys can see that. So if you're a winner today, right down there's the email that you send and you say, hey, I'm the winner. Send me my book. So I'll be putting that up on the screen throughout the show today. How fun. So I can't wait for this next part. We'll see how this is going to go. Hawley and Carey want to have a live dance party. Interesting. A live dance party. And then we kind of thought about it, and we were not able to just start a dance party right here because we can't see if you guys are dancing, and that wouldn't be fair if we're over here breaking a move and you're all just sitting around. So what they decided to do instead of a live dance party is they've created a push-through playlist. I love this. And they're going to be sharing it with everyone. And I'm going to go ahead and we want to go ahead and bring that up on the screen. So give me just one moment here. We're going to bring the push-through playlist. So they're creating their own push-through playlist. And I love this because music inspires and it's energetic and, you know, it can really motivate us. So you guys, we want to know, the ladies want to know, what is your push-through song? What is it? Drop it in the comments below because, again, we've got backstage. Allie and Jess are back there, and they're going to grab the titles to your push-through song, and they're going to add it to the playlist. How cool would that be to see your song on the official push-through playlist? I think that is amazing. So we've got some other, let's see.
Mary, this could be songs. It could be times when you were down in the dumps. A couple of those songs on the playlist, got us through tough times. So just to give you a little bit of background on that.
Perfect. Well, we've got another guest star coming on. So we're going to put up that playlist to inspire you guys, and we're going to have some live music. So Vaughn, just there you go. We're going to take all of us out.
Right. We'll start it up here.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Well-
Thank you so much, Vaughn, for coming on. Ladies, did you have something that you wanted to share about Vaughn and his talents?
Absolutely. So as you can see on there, it says Vaughn, the voice brander, Fahey. Vaughn actually helped us with the production of our audiobook. He was our technical person. He made sure it sounds all good and everything. So thank you so much, Vaughn, for helping us with that, helping us and the Ultimate Publishing House with helping us get our book recorded and published.
And coaching us to enjoy one of the most memorable parts of doing this project, our audiobook.
Awesome. You guys are
High
great.
five to Vaughn.
High five.
Thanks, Vaughn.
Congratulations, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, that was a lot of fun. I don't know if anyone else has done that with live music for a virtual book launch. So you guys are really taking it up a notch.
Well, you
And
never
we had
considered.
we had a ton of comments come through with song names. So that push through playlist is I don't even know how many songs. It's going to be huge. I see record deals in the future or whatever. Anyways, we have another special guest, Felicia, and I don't want to mess up her name, Bizonia, right? She's a partner in the Ultimate Publishing House, where she enjoys the role of being a book publisher with a creative edge. She's been doing this for 15 years, and she's helped thousands of authors realize the power that they can harness through publishing a book to help brand their expertise, just like she did with you guys. Felicia's also a best-selling author herself. She has 7 best-selling books of her own. And the last one being A Mind Candy, the code to program the subconscious mind to achieve any goal. Wow, that sounds like another great one that I think this winter I'm going to be doing some reading, you guys. Well, let's welcome Felicia to the show. She's worked tirelessly behind the scenes with the two of you to bring your book to life.
Hi, Felicia. You're on mute. There you go.
Mary, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Thank you for the intro, Mary, and lovely to see you ladies again. And wanted to congratulate you on behalf of the Ultimate Publishing House for an incredible success so far with the Push Through book and the companion Daily Push journal. So ladies, I wanted to ask you, other than myself, what was your favorite part of working with the Ultimate Publishing House?
Go ahead, Carey.
Okay, well, there was a lot of this process. I had no idea. We'd never written a book before. And so we certainly relied on Felicia and the Ultimate Publishing House to guide us along that journey. And I remember the mastermind sessions and just how deep they got. But it really got to the heart of the matter. And it was through a lot of things we often do with our clients. You were able to ask questions and really get some of these passionate topics and ideas into a powerful message and really bring out the best in us. So very thankful, but that was really my favorite part.
Well, what I didn't realize when we first started is what a journey of personal growth it would be just to get to where we are now. And so I really enjoyed that part of it. Like Carey said, those mastermind sessions really brought out some really deep thoughts about what we really did want to put in writing and be our calling card with our book. So that's definitely your team, Felicia and you. Felicia was on every single mastermind call with us, good, bad, and ugly. And we had to, really just work through it all to get the right stories in the book. And I really appreciate that, Felicia. Thank you so much.
She helped us along the way and help us to push through, right?
Yes.
My pleasure. It was truly an honor to work with you ladies. You're refreshing. You do whatever it takes to make it happen. So everyone that's watching today, invest in a copy of Push Through and the Daily Push Journal. You're going to spend the money anyway on consumables and depreciables. Why not invest in the power of a published book by Carey and Hawley here? Truly one of my favorite books, and you might think you say that about all your authors. Not necessarily. I do love them all. But if you say, what do you love about this book? The parallel of the tools you need to play on a field, along with using the same synergistic and parallel tools in the boardroom and achieve success. So ladies, let's continue here. Tell me, in terms of your writing style, what do you feel was the most memorable moment in working with the Ultimate Publishing House?
I think the most memorable moment is when we got done with the whole process, and then we got like the text, like, congratulations, you're a published author. It's like all that work, all that time. I feel even like I'm getting a little emotional right now because it's like we really it's been a journey. It's taken us, with the contracting part started back in January. And so it has taken us a full year to get here. It's kind of like birthing a baby, but I feel like that congratulations text that you sent us was really the cherry on the sundae.
Beautiful.
I think that sometimes it's harder for us to be creative. And you helped us get past that. You saw something in us to help us get, to the heart of the matter. And I don't know how you did it. You kept us on task too. People need, and because of our, not having experience, that's really what I thought you and your team did. Mm-hmm. And help us understand the expectations and how things would flow. I mean, we set goals, and we also knew that occasionally we had to adjust the goals and adapt to how things were going. And so you certainly brought out the best in us, and we appreciate that.
Thank you, ladies. I feel the love. I appreciate it very much. And of course, you are a pleasure to work with as well, both of you, because you would take massive action. As Jim Rohn says, a loser tries their best, but a winner takes massive action. So thank you for doing everything and anything to make this a great success. So everyone that's watching, again, check out the pushthroughbook.com website and, buy yourself a couple of books, buy some for your friends and family and give it away as a holiday gift. I mean, what better gift can you give someone now more than ever during the current world state? The power of a published book and the power of knowledge. And then you apply that knowledge with the companion journal. Did you want to add to that, Carey?
Yeah, I wanted to share just something that one of our clients and #1 fans on for Push Through up until this point said. He said he wanted to buy the book and the journal for his granddaughter because he wanted her to see empowered women in particularly and what it takes to get there. And when he was describing her, I said, how old is she? And he said she's 13 or 14 years old. And I didn't even think about how powerful something like this could have been way back then in my life. And that's exactly why we were inspired to do this. I don't know about you, Hawley, but when I was coaching volleyball, it was usually that 15, 16-year-old time frame. And I just wanted to share that because he's like, I need to get that for her. And so don't worry, Roger, I will have it.
Even a signed copy, right, ladies?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us, Carey and Hawley, in terms of anyone out there that has the desire to write a book, now that you're a published author, what would be your advice to them?
I would just tell them to go for it. We talked about it. I had thought about it even before talking to Hawley at our WIFS conference last fall. And I guess this is exactly the person or the strategy that we are looking for when we talk about push through. Sometimes you'll be flooded with things that could get in your way, and the why nots will focus on the incredible energy and positive impact that you can make. And you can utilize resources like Felicia and UPH to help you through those areas that you may not know. So go for it, push through any blocks, any obstacles, and do it anyway.
Absolutely. I would just echo that. I would say, now is the time to do it. I waited a long time to write this book, and the timing was right for me. However, it could have been a different time as well. So I would just say to go for it, to push through and go for it.
Excellent. Excellent, ladies. Very kind of you. I appreciate it. So tell me, Hawley and Carey, we'll start with Hawley. What is your favorite chapter in the book and words that are congruent with what you exude in your life?
Well, I think there's 2 chapters that really resonate the most with me, and that would be Rise Up and Fierce. And, the more that I've been doing interviews and talking about the book, I think the Fierce is such a near and dear chapter to me because I have a 7-year-old son, and I haven't had to once tell him to be aggressive or competitive. He just naturally comes by that, from being a boy. But we do talk about in the book how as a young athlete, I was 6 years old on the sidelines of my softball team, cheering the cheer, be aggressive. And I never even thought about it until we wrote the book, that is one of my strengths and sometimes a weakness, that I am aggressive and assertive and competitive. And it is something that I want to teach the young women in my life, the young girls. I have a little niece now who's like 2 months old. And I want to teach her that it's okay to be that way. And I know she will, because she'll probably end up playing soccer or some other sport because her parents did. But it's okay to be aggressive. It's okay to be assertive and competitive. And yes, you have to know when to turn the dial up and turn the dial down. But it's something that can give you the confidence to go very far in life if you have that ability to assert yourself.
Amazing. Beautiful. Love it. And Carey?
Incredibly well said, buddy. It's so interesting how every one of the chapters in Push Through really builds on one another. And by the time we got to the middle of the book, it was like I couldn't wait to get going. But one of my favorite parts is actually in the very first chapter, and it's called Game On is the chapter, but it was a section in there where we talk about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And probably that is why I wanted to, co-author this book. And oftentimes, whether you're a entrepreneur, a business owner, or someone facing some challenge in your life, oftentimes some artificial hurdle appears to be in your way, and you think about fear, and oftentimes it's really not anything that would stand in your way. I remember many times trying to lift weights, and mentally I kept saying, I can't lift another one, but I could. I had a whole bunch of capacity after I thought I was done. So I couldn't do it anymore. So look fear in the eye and take a step forward, because even as Sandra Yancey mentioned in our interview, how do you know you're not 5 minutes away from the miracle happening?
That's right.
I will look at so many of the times in my life when I've accomplished something, when we started our business, for entrepreneurs or people who are thinking about doing that. Even if you've never done something before, how do you know how to do it? How do you get there? But feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And I would just add a little part to that is let your faith be bigger than that fear. Face it and let the outcome or your faith or the solution be what pushes you through.
Beautiful, beautiful. Love it, ladies. You're on fire. Well, apparently my time's up. I love you, ladies. I'll see you in a bit. So everybody that's watching, check out pushthroughbook.com, ultimatepublishinghouse.com. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Carey and Hawley.
Thank you, Felicia. One thing she didn't mention is that part of what's been amazing working with Ultimate Publishing House and Felicia is they have also helped us with marketing. And that Hawley and I made a little wardrobe change, because one of our sponsors is actually Lululemon, and they embraced the push through idea, and we are modeling some of their attire.
Who knew Lululemon had sweaters? I didn't even know that. I only thought they had workout gear. I mean, I have some of their pants already, but I didn't know they had sweaters that you could wear to work.
I didn't know that either.
Comfy and warm.
They are.
I was going to ask you guys if you did a costume change here. I was like, that's not what they had on early. Look at this. This is like a full-fledged production. Live music, costume changes, speakers, giveaways. You know what's missing, ladies, from this book launch?
What?
Cocktails. Every book launch I've ever attended always served up a fancy cocktail to enjoy while you were talking with the authors. I wish I could push a button and make a bartender appear. Wait, what's this button? We have a bartender.
Hi, ladies. How's everybody doing today? Hello. How's everybody doing? We doing good?
Now we can start the party.
Well, how do you have a party without libations? This is something that we all need to learn, right? So,
absolutely.
Well, thank you for having me on, ladies. I really appreciate it. I've seen all the hard work, I've seen the dedication, and when it comes to cocktails and hard work, I feel like they coincide, because we are the relaxer after that hard stress and work comes in. So, it was great to work with these ladies. We actually came up with a proprietary cocktail that we are calling Game On. So this is going to be a variation of a Moscow Mule. I know some people were able to get some syrups that we sent out that are for this proprietary cocktail, But we also sent out another recipe so that people have the opportunity to build this cocktail with us, whether you have the syrup or not. So I'm going to build both cocktails for us, and then we can do the best part, which is drink it. Okay?
Sounds good to me.
All right, ladies.
Go for it.
So we're gonna start with one lime. So I want you to take that lime and I want you to cut it in half for me. All right. Save half of that lime for us. We're gonna take the other lime and we're gonna squeeze it right into our glass. Okay. If you're building this cocktail with me and you are a bartender aficionado and you have mixing tins, you can build it in that as well. So I'll do both, okay? So I'm gonna put one in there. And then like I said, just take your half of your lime and put it straight into your glass. All right. Now, if you received the package and you have our syrup is a ginger, vanilla, allspice, bitters syrup. So this is something that I came up with. This is something that I worked with the ladies really hard on. And this is what you're going to mimic with your ginger beer. So I'm using ginger beer today, which is very traditional. This is what we're going to be using, okay? So I'm going to take the cup that we gave you, and you can pour that whole thing into your glass. For the measurement, I'm going to be telling you that we are putting in an ounce. All right? So we're putting that right in there. Now, something that we asked everybody to grab is fresh pineapple juice. Fresh pineapple juice is quintessential. It is something that bartenders love. It's part of hospitality. It was really one of the first fruits that were traded. And it actually has a story going back to it that shows that hospitality. You actually gave a pineapple to people that were staying at your house when they came. And the beauty of the hospitality was once that fruit was decaying and dying, it was time for our guests to leave as well. So it was the polite way to say sayonara. So we're going to add a little bit of pineapple juice in there for you. If we are measuring it, I want you to put in an ounce. If we do not have a measuring tool, I want you to just eyeball that for me. I'm going to do it for you right here. That's all I want in there, okay? Now, if we have these laying around at home and we do not have the syrup, I would like you to add aromatic bitters. Aromatic bitters is a very traditional tool that bartenders use. Think of it as your baking spices when you're adding into your food. So there's allspice, there's cinnamon, there's fruit peels. Tree bark is actually the essential root to it. That's why it's called bitter. It does add a slight bitter note to it, but it helps to accentuate the other flavors inside of your cocktail. So like I said, if you do not have the syrup already contains this. Please just add a few dashes. If you don't, no worries. This cocktail is delicious either way. I made sure of that. All right. Now, the fun stuff. I'm going to have everybody add your vodka in there. If you have one of our mini bottles, please just pour the whole thing into your glass. If not, I want you to add about 1.5 ounces. So that would be about 1.5 fingers if you don't have a measuring tool. Or go more. Hey, come on. We're on a book launch. We can do whatever we want to do. All right, guys. Once you've got those in there, if you're shaking with me, we're going to shake together. Now, this is the bartender's favorite part of making a cocktail, because this is the part that looks fun. So I'm going to shake this up for you. We're going to take that, we're going to put it right into our glass, okay? Ice and all. All right, guys, if we don't have my fancy mixing tools, I'm going to want you to take this. You're going to put ice into the glass that we've been building into, okay? It shouldn't touch the top. But fill that glass for me, please. And I want you to take your spoon. We're going to give it a good stir, all right?
Uh-oh. Did Sam freeze? Sam froze.
Sam might have frozen up, but he'll be back. It happened.
There he is.
I would like to ask everyone to raise their glasses.
All right.
And I would
Now we're going to take this. If you have the packages that we brought, I'm going to want you to add in your soda water. So you're going to take your soda water and we're just going to top it right on top. If you're building with us, in our recipe, we had asked for ginger ale or ginger beer. So we're going to take that. We're going to top it into our other glass, okay?
All right, and there is our. Oh.
Wait, here he's coming back. Hold on, we got him back.
Am I here? Hello?
You're here. You're there.
You're there.
All right, ladies. So now we're just making sure that we get all of our ingredients mixed in together, okay? So make sure you're mixing in your soda water or your ginger beer in with your libation. Now, every bartender loves a good garnish. So like I said, we saved that half of that lime. I want you to take it and we're going to slice it into a wheel, okay? I'll make 2 for both for our coffee. Both need to be garnished. Just a second, Carey, okay?
I will.
This is a beautiful portion.
I'm waiting.
All right, so we're just going to take it. We're just going to float it right on the side of our glass, okay? And when you're done, I'm going to come around the bar. This is what we're looking at.
So let's raise our glasses. I would like to make a toast to these 2 amazing, inspiring, and dynamic ladies. It was an absolute pleasure. The Ultimate Publishing House and myself want to congratulate you. There hasn't been a better time than now to release an incredible book and journal such as Push Through and the Daily Push Journal. So let's hold our glasses up and honor these 2 ladies as published authors. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, ladies.
Oh, it's wonderful, Sam.
Ooh, it's delicious.
Delicious. Thank you.
I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. Thank you so much for having me, ladies. Thank you for the opportunity. Enjoy the rest of the show, okay?
Thank you. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Well, Mary, I think it's time for us to do another giveaway. Drinks, giveaways.
Okay, well, that wasn't in the schedule, but it's your show. So if you want to do a giveaway, well, let's do a giveaway. Let me just bring up that Allie. Allie, are you ready? Are you guys? Do you have
ready? We can wait until after the next part.
Hey, it's your show. It's whatever you ladies want to do. Let me just get the wheel ready and make sure that Allie has updated it. So we've got to bring that up. Okay. If you guys say it's time to, do more giveaways, let's
gotta add another giveaway. I don't know. I start drinking, I start giving things away. Just
hey, take it easy. Oh yes! Oh,
yay, the Sasha Taylor!
That was almost my sister. I should have read it. Yeah, she's gonna get one. She's actually talked about in the book.
Yes, she is.
Wow.
She is.
She is.
Well, that was a lot of fun. And I just want to remind everyone, let me just put it back up again. If you're a winner today, please just send an email to the email address below, right down there. And Allie and Jess, in the back here, they're going to get your prize out to you, the book and the journal. That's amazing. I'm so excited. Sam said, how was that, ladies? I saw you popped off during the build. Sam, it was fabulous. Right, ladies?
Absolutely. It's still fabulous.
It's still delicious.
Well, you guys, I wanted to have a chance to kind of talk to you guys about the book. And you guys already talked about how you met and why you decided to do the project. But I've got a bigger question for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready. You've had your drinks. So, ready.
We're always ready.
What was I going to ask you? Where is it? I might have lost it.
I don't know. Just wing it.
No. So writing a book is a huge task, right? So why did you guys decide to write the journal to go with it? I mean, wasn't all that writing, wasn't that enough?
Mary, it's interesting. When we started this incredible project, we had thought about a journal. Hawley and I both throughout our lives have done journals, and they have been extremely impactful. Even one of our interviewees, Danelle Delgado, had a wonderful journal that Hawley shared with me, I Choose Joy. And we felt it would be an incredible companion. And, so many people read books or go to workshops or trainings and things, and they really don't do anything about the information they get. So throughout the book, like I think Hawley mentioned earlier, at the end of every chapter, there's some different assignments, if you will, reflection times, strategies, different things. And you can utilize the journal as a companion to do that. We want you to actively engage and do something with the information that you're reading. So it seemed natural. It was part of the whole mastermind and brainstorming we talked about earlier. And that's what the Daily Push journal to fruition. Hawley, what would you add to that?
The only thing that I would add is the reflection part is so important. When you learn something new and then you put it into action, then putting those actions into place after time, you need to reflect on those. And, one of the things that we talked about with Mehron was his seven C's that he does every Sunday. And so the journal does take you through whatever those exercises are in the book, and then you can reflect on them, and you can reflect every week on what it is that you're learning about yourself and discovering. And really, this is the journal is really your playbook for success.
I love it. I love that you guys have the journal to go along with a book, because reading a book is great. You get a lot of great tips, information, some insights, but I think the journal helps everyone take it to that next level, like you said, and actually take action, right? It's one thing to read a book, but then you're like, do I write it on this paper? Do I put it in my phone? So you actually have, the journal, it's your playbook. It's the companion to the playbook.
And Mary, you're making it a habit. So part of our challenge is that there's 7 days of, what are you grateful for? What commitments are you making today? And what is your daily push mindset? And in order to make this a habit, you need to commit to doing this. I know, Felicia, there's different thoughts out there, but at least I think it's 90 days where you journal and engage. We're going to talk later about a book club. That in order to make something you want to change into a habit, you need to do it daily. And therefore, it will become routine. And that's really the other part of why we wanted to have the companion journal, is to make sure this is a daily check-in and set your thoughts for the day.
I love it. I love it. And you guys, we have the QR code up on the screen. So if you can't wait, just scan that code and get your book and journal ordered now. You know what? It would make a great last minute Christmas gift. Why not give a book that could literally change someone's life? It's the gift that keeps on giving, right? Heck, you know what? Buy two, one for yourself and one as a gift. I love doing that. I don't know about you guys, but I'm the person who's like, hey, to my friend, here's a pair of earrings. And I bought myself some too. So, so
Carey did that with our necklaces.
See? So the ultimate playbook focused on solutions to take your personal and professional life to the next level. You guys know that you want one. So just buy two and gift one of those. The person that you gift that book and journal to will thank you in the upcoming months, probably in the years to come, because it will literally change their life. Oh, how exciting.
Yeah.
So Hawley, we had another prize built into the schedule. Should we do that now? We've got a ton of people watching still.
Yes. Like I said, my husband will confirm. I like to give things away.
I love it. Well, let me check in with Allie. Let's make sure that our prize wheel is activated. Let me bring it up on the screen because we want you guys to know that this really isn't rigged, and we really are using this prize wheel. There we go. Okay, let's spin it to win it.
Spin it.
Names are just piling in on there. I love it.
I love it. It's getting packed. Jay.
Ginger.
Ginger.
Yay, Ginger. Sweet. Don't worry. We can do some more.
Don't worry. If they don't win one, they can always buy one. It's okay.
This is true.
It's not like we're going anywhere.
It's like right on the name, and then it goes to the next one.
Yeah.
That's like another game that you play, and you spin it. I forget. Oh, is that like a? I'm thinking of the roulette table.
Las Vegas.
Like it's on my number, and then it goes to the next
Drinking, gambling, we've got it all right here on our book.
An officially fun virtual book launch. Well, ladies, I know that you do a lot of work with nonprofits, so I know that you want to take some time and share those stories with the audience. So why don't you go ahead and talk about the nonprofits? And I believe that we have some videos that we're going to queue up when you're done talking about your work with the nonprofits.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, I like to give things away. We are very much philanthropists, both of us, and we really love the two charities that we are partnered with. I'm going to talk about one, and Carey will talk about the other. So in true volleyball fashion, we couldn't not celebrate and support one of the organizations that's near and dear to my heart. Several of my lady friends that I play volleyball with have been coaches for Starlings Volleyball Club. It's one of the volleyball clubs that is nationwide. What they do is they help underserved girls get the opportunity to play volleyball. And it's a very competitive environment. There's some high level names. If you know anyone in the volleyball world, Carey is one of the interviewees in our book. But he is one of their biggest supporters, as well as several other big volleyball names for those of you that are fans out there. My husband calls it the Secret Volleyball Society. So if you're not a fan, it's okay. We get it. But it is a wonderful organization. And we are going to have a video to talk about what they do in the community and how they help the girls get the exposure that they need to ultimately play volleyball in college and change some of their lives. They keep kids out of gangs. They keep girls from getting pregnant. They keep all of these things because the girls have a reason to stay straight and narrow and go do some wonderful work in the gym. So Carey, you want to talk about Rock the Street?
Absolutely. So when you purchase either the push through book or the combo pack, a portion of the proceeds will go to support these two incredible organizations. And the second one is called Rock the Street, Wall Street. And they speak to financial literacy for really educating and equipping high school girls to think about financial services, finance as a career choice. And they do this through a very immersive and experiential learning curriculum. And actually, Hawley, that was Maura came to the WIFS workshop. That's how we found out about it. And we're excited to have them on board and support their efforts throughout the country to encourage women to be empowered and to consider career in finance and give them a little nudge.
Yeah, absolutely. So Mary, if we could bring those videos on, I think we're going to have the Starlings video first.
It seems now more than ever, people are looking introspectively at a way that they can make a change. I can tell you, Starlings Volleyball Organization is a way to make a positive change in young girls' lives.
The Starlings have done so many great things for young kids to get involved in volleyball, particularly young kids that can't have that pay-for-play attitude, don't have the funds to play on club programs this day and age.
I think that everyone should have access to this amazing opportunity to both better yourself and better your teammates and others around you. I really believe that Starlings is an organization that can be trusted to make an impact in young girls' lives.
Three things that stand out to me. Number one, how they've helped several hundred young girls go to college who otherwise would not have attended thanks to earning a volleyball scholarship. Another one is just being able to travel and, for example, go see the Pacific Ocean for the first time and see wide eyes there. And then third, and maybe most important, is just how the Starlings encourages those who participated in the program to come back and mentor very soon after their school days are done, after college, to come back and immediately become a young coach and mentor to the next generation.
It's a sisterhood, it's a fraternity, it is so many things about life and all that is good about life, about healthy choices, about how to get along with people who are the same and who are different, about how to overcome, about how to figure out how to do something that is difficult, and how to enjoy the ups and the downs of volleyball and life.
24 years ago, Byron Schumann looked around his town and noticed that girls in inner city, underserved, and low-income areas had few positive activities to engage in. He decided to take action and share his love of volleyball. Byron has always had an eye for social justice, something that especially resonates with me. He asked me to join him, and I happily jumped in. Byron and I coached the first Starlings volleyball team at Lincoln High School in San Diego, California. Even in the first few years, we noticed that the girls picked up volleyball skills and technique pretty quickly. We were honored to be among those who spoke positively into their lives. We were amazed that many of the girls in the first grouping not only graduated from high school, but also went on to college, and a couple of them even played volleyball for college programs. The Starlings program grew from there, and we added teams across the country. I'm happy to say that dozens upon dozens upon dozens of Starlings girls have graduated from high school, gone on to college, and have created great lives for themselves and their families. One of our Starlings actually earned a spot on an NCAA Division I volleyball team. That's amazing, and that is social justice in action. As proud as I am about the success of the Starlings over the past 24 years, I'm even more excited about our future. We invite you to join us in this important work and help take the Starlings program to the next level.
Women in finance. Oftentimes, we're few and sometimes the only one in the room. This was the case when I started my career in finance 30 years ago, and since then, the needle still hasn't moved at all. Today, women represent a fraction of the leadership working in finance. Without your help, these numbers will never change. Enter Rock the Street Wall Street. We are driven to improve girls' financial and investment literacy and inspire them to pursue a career in finance. In the United States, girls start to lose interest in math by age 9. They don't have this problem in Russia, China, nor Eastern European countries. This is very much a cultural issue, not a capability issue. And it all starts at home. If parents have a boy and a girl, many parents are still encouraging their sons to study math and science, and their daughters to study dance and literature. When they get to grade school, they will find that 90% of their teachers are females who have little to no certification in math. Girls see their teachers struggle when they go to the whiteboard with what is known as math anxiety. This math anxiety transfers to the girls in the classroom, but not the boys. Sometimes they'll even hear their teachers say, "I can't do math, I hate math." As a result, girls start to think it's societally acceptable for them to opt out of math. I will have CEOs and CIOs of major companies with teenage daughters ask me, Why is my daughter saying she can't do math? It's at this moment in girls' lives, the high school years, that are so important to Rock the Street Wall Street. We have to reach girls before they select a college or a major. If we continue to wait until they reach college and recruit them there, we have waited too long. Girls have already opted out of finance and economics classes, where approximately 10 to 20% of the students are girls, if that. We want to revive their interest and confidence in math with our program. Rock the Street Wall Street's financial literacy program and investment literacy program runs throughout the academic year and is designed to spark the interest of high school girls into careers of finance. In 7 years, we have grown from one school in Nashville, Tennessee, to 30 schools in 18 cities coast to coast across the United States. We have interest coming in from over 67 cities across the United States alone, and also in London, Sydney, and Toronto. To date, we have equipped over 3,000 high school girls with the tools to think and talk meaningfully about money and investments. Close to 1,000 female financial professionals have volunteered to teach our programs in their local high schools, demonstrating how our students can improve their own economic situation and are role models for their career paths into finance. We create the social capital needed for many of these girls to launch them on a flight path into a career of finance. 69% of our students come from minority populations and 44% from low-income families. It's at this inflection point, the high school years, where we should be putting our funding to increase the number of women in the financial talent pipeline. We want to meet these girls where they are, engaging teenage girls with a financial industry that aligns with what they're looking for in their life work. That it's not just about dollars and cents, but instead the work can be deeply meaningful. That, for instance, they can change the face of a city by helping it reduce its interest rate and borrowing fees. Or they can help an eco-sustainable startup company achieve its goals by helping it obtain the seed funding or the venture capital they need so that they, in turn, can have a greater impact on their communities. This is how we change the face of finance. If we change who we invest in, we'll change what we invest in. Join us in our mission by financially supporting Rock the Street Wall Street so more girls in the United States and around the world will understand how finance impacts their everyday lives and how a career in finance can be a rewarding and powerful path to being change agents.
Wow. Well, great videos, right? I mean, honestly, these two organizations couldn't align with us any more than they do.
That was amazing. I love the messages.
So
exciting.
Let's give away some more books. Give away.
So you guys, if you're just joining us, just by tuning in and watching us live, Carey and Hawley want to give you one of their books and journal. They're giving away the package deal. All you have to do is be watching us live. We've got two mice in the back. I mean, we've got Jess and Allie in the back. They're backstage. They're entering everyone's name into our prize wheel so we can spin and win it. So, Allie, give me the thumbs up. Are we good to go on the prize wheel? Sweet. Okay, she is like typing away. There are so many entries, but you guys can win. So let's bring up the prize wheel. Let's spin it to win it.
Spin it.
I love it.
Oh.
Nancy Betterman. Way to go, Nancy. She's actually in San Diego.
Sweet. Okay. We do have one more video from another group or someone else that couldn't be here, Danelle. She sent in a video because she couldn't join us live today. So you guys, are you ladies ready for me to cue that up? And then we'll come back and talk about maybe what's next for Push Through Movement?
Sure.
Yeah, Danelle Delgado was one of the interviews that we had, and Hawley maybe can speak a little bit more about her.
Yeah, so Danelle, I have known her for several years. She's one of my mentors and coaches. She is a millionaire maker, and she couldn't be with us because she's actually leading a course right now. She's doing one of her masterminds down in Mexico, Cabo San Lucas. And so she was gracious enough to film a video and send it to us so we could let everyone else experience her brilliance as well. She is in our book, but she doesn't really talk too much about the interview in this video. She just talks about her greatness and how people can push through to their next level. And Carey, do you have anything else you want to share before we go to the video?
No, I was just going to say that the takeaway that many from Danelle is controlling your input. And she really drives that home in her interview in the book. And I'm looking forward to hearing her message.
Awesome.
Hey guys, Danelle Delgado, excited to have you here and to be a part of the Push Through movement. This is an incredible journey. I hope you are on board. I hope you have taken a good read. These are incredible stories, incredible tools for you to advance your life, be it relationships, life, business, your health. This is the true pinnacle of what makes high performers high performers. It's harnessing that inner athlete, that outer athlete, the principles, the practices that help you perform under pressure. So I'm so excited to get it into your hands. I also want to challenge you. Who do you know that's performing at these levels? Who do you know that's looking to advance or overcome or really looking to break through in life? This movement is for you. Thank you guys for having me a part of it. I have loved working with Hawley over the last couple of years, getting to transform lives with her as well, speak on stages around the world with her, and to see this project come to life is really, really incredible, and I was honored to be a part of it. So welcome to the club of high performance, of advancement, of skilling up for the rest of your life. Let's do this and let's push through together. So excited. Get in there, share it with your friends. Let's go.
She is excited for you too.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, well, let's go. Let's dive into, I'm sure the audience is wondering, what's next for the two of you and for the push through movement. And do we need to talk more about what the push through movement is again, maybe for people that are just joining? I know you guys touched on it at the beginning of the show or the launch here, but maybe you want to talk about what the push through movement is, and what is coming up next.
Go ahead, Carey.
Well, the push through movement is just an environment, a community to share these common threads that we have. Whether it's a story of incredible accomplishment or getting to the next level. Maybe it's a promotion or a presentation that you gave or starting your own business. Could be helping a family member excel or even deal with something that's really challenging. Share that with us, the community, people, including the one who does my hair, Amy. I love Bloom and what you've done. And my aunt Pammy shared her moment, just being vulnerable, because what's happening is it's this positive energy of how people have done it. And through the stories, it's so much more impactful than just hearing about strategy. How do you actually implement it in your life? And so we want to be just igniting that and letting it explode. And that's what seems to have happened as well. I just got a text from someone who's been, Tim, thank you so much. Just, taking Mehron's quote about if your dreams and goals don't scare the hell out of you, you're not high enough. My brother's sitting with his two daughters, Gia and Danny, and, just helping people to understand what this is all about. You'll find yourself taking it to yourself, push through. You'll find yourself sharing it with other people. And we've already caught ourselves many, many times. And just a mantra that's certainly been started.
Absolutely. And, I know my sister Debbie's out there watching, and we had a push through moment when she was battling breast cancer, and just other things that come up in life. It's not always positive. In fact, many of our push through moments that we share about in the book is adversity that we were challenged with. One of my stories is about making that decision to go back to college after my dad died, and my mom, who was sick my entire life, she needed somebody to care for her. And, I had a decision to make, and thank God I made the choice that I did, because my life would be completely different. And I think that's one of the biggest things that resonated when I talked about the personal growth that I went through in writing this book, is really getting back to those moments that have changed my life, like the career that I have now, with Appreciation Financial, and Terry Kennedy, how he has impacted my life. And of course, Mehron, he didn't talk about appreciation, but, we are one of the top carriers at National Life Group. And Mehron always comes and talks to us at those conventions that we have. And he talks about that same thing, having those big dreams. It's just really full circle for us to really be here and to have this movement where you can jump in, share your story, find support, find an ally, find somebody that can be there to help you, because it really is a movement that can be something that's significant.
So some of the exciting things that are coming up next for us is that we are going to be doing some speaking engagements. We're very excited about that. We're going to be starting a book club. And I'm sure there will be book clubs all throughout the country, and just helping people understand and possibly apply these strategies in their lives and answer questions. There's a whole bunch of ideas. Who knows where it's going to take us, right? Hawley, you have some other ideas as well.
Yeah, we definitely already have a pretty good library of interviews that we've done with some people that are very successful, not just our interviewees, but also other people that are in our lives that have shared their push through moments. So we're looking to start a podcast. We're looking to really speak at association opportunities. As Mary mentioned earlier, I'm on the board for Women in Insurance and Financial Services and the eWomen Network. And so those are places where we will be bringing this message. We also have our playlist, and coming in 2021 will be our curriculum. We will be building a curriculum around our exercises that we have in the book, as well as other exercises that we didn't put in the book that will be for you to jump in and get more and be more into this community. Oh, and of course we have our playlist, and there's some new songs that have been added to this playlist since we started. So we're going to have to update this slide, Mary, because it's getting outdated as we speak.
I cannot believe how many people submitted the name of their songs to be added. Allie, you've got your work cut out for you, girl. This is going to be amazing, and I want to get a copy of this playlist. Where can people find, when you guys update this playlist, where can they find that new list?
Yeah, so if you could put up the slide that has the link tree on it, that has our, maybe?
Mary, before we do that,
our producer.
Mary, what's your song? You haven't with us what your push through song is.
So my push through song is by Francesca Battistelli. This Could Change Everything.
Love that song.
It just really speaks to me. It's my anthem for the year, and I think it's gonna stick with me because just one little thing, it can change the whole your whole direction in life. So one little thing can change. And so that's been my song this year.
I want to tell you guys that before we had this launch, I went and got my hair done and all that good stuff. And when I was driving back, I listened to Overcomer. I listened to one of the songs that's not on here, but it's another one of my songs is Francesca Battistelli as well. Write your song, or write your, I don't know what it is, something like that. And then also You Say, I was listening to those in my car on the way back on full blast, just because I was getting pumped up about this. So You can connect with us on Facebook. We have a push through page. We have a group. You can connect with us on LinkedIn, on YouTube. Those are the easiest ways to just look at push through book, our handles on pretty much everything. Or of course, you can text the word push through, all one word, to 71441. It's going through our it's streaming right now on the bottom of our.
It's the banner on the bottom, you guys. So there it is. It's just going to keep streaming and circling through. So you guys can text that and it's 7 days. You're giving away 7 days of the journal part.
Yeah, we give away the 7 days of the journal, so you can really get an idea of what it's like to, put those practices into place and then reflect on it through the 7 days.
Wow, I love that. I love that. I'm so honored that you allowed me to be part of your, official virtual book launch. I think so highly of both of you. I know some of your personal stories, and I know that you both have pushed through several times in your life. It's not just once, you guys. We don't just push through once and then life is great, right? You need the strategies that you're teaching us in the book, because even if you're like, hey, but I already got through that difficult time, my life is great, there's going to be another time. Whether it's a great time, you're succeeding and you're working your tail off and you're trying to balance personal and business, or personal and business, or maybe there is a time in your life where it's a little dark cloud over you. And you definitely need the strategies so that you can push through and find that true success. So, air high five or online high five, whatever it's called. Thank you. You guys are amazing. And we have a few more comments. Let me check over here and see what's going on.
Mary, can we give away one more?
Of course, we're going to end the show with that, girl. I'm just making sure there is no other questions or anything. Yes, we're gonna end the show with another prize, because that's Hawley and Carey's favorite thing to do. I think it's really Hawley's, but we'll give them both credit. I love giving away prizes too.
Can we open for questions at all while we're giving away the prize? If anybody has a question, we're live here. What do you want to know, or what can we answer or share with you about the push through book, journal concepts, etc.?
Story, right? Your story on my heart.
Yes, thank you, Katie. That is Carey's sister right there.
Oh, hi! And then the links are available right there. We have that up for you. And let me go ahead and let me get the prize wheel. Let me check in. I'm going to start calling Allie the prize girl. So Allie, are we ready for the next drawing for the prize wheel? Can I get a thumbs up in the studio, in the backstage as we have it? So let me pull that up, and let me take that off. Okay, let's spin it to win it.
Oh, I have to put my glasses on for that one.
Maybe not somebody from California.
James Rigg.
All right,
congratulations, James.
Congratulations, James.
What you need to do no, not that one. Hold that thought. Get that off. Let's pull that back up. So for all the prize winners today, all you have to do, send an email listed right there below, and our team will send you out your prize. And thank you for being winners. Everybody that tuned in today is a winner. If you didn't win the book, just go ahead and buy it. And like I said, buy two, one for yourself and one for a gift. I mean, it's fabulous.
I wanted to just mention that our book will be available on Amazon next week, and we will have our audiobook available as well. So just look on your email or whatever avenue that you have connected with us to this point. That will be how you can get it on for your e-reader or for your audiobook. I know a lot of people that are on my account are listening to books while they're traveling and whatnot. So
they're on their Peloton.
While they're on their Peloton, yes.
Or while they're out walking. I love books and podcasts while I'm out walking. I feel like I'm getting twice as much done, right?
Well, it's actually one of the things that Danelle talked about is to have 30 minutes, an hour to an hour and a half of personal development in your life every day. High achievers do that. And so it's something that both Carey and I spend a lot of time on our personal development as well as our professional development. And it's something that ran true for all of the people that we interviewed. They all mentioned different books that they've read or different things that they do for their own personal growth. So it is really, really possible for people to use those as push through for their push through moments, to really use that as a podcast or an audiobook.
Well, I love it. I'm just checking once again to see if we had any other comments or questions that are coming in. Cheryl Goodell said, I push through every day by saying today is a good day. There you go. That's a step in the right direction, right?
Another one of our WIFS sisters, Carey.
Right.
Ladies, do we do one final roundup? Do you have any final thoughts? Do we do one more prize to, wrap up this amazing book launch?
I'd love to do both. We've got time if you want to
a couple minutes
thoughts after you give away one more prize, and if we have it queued up. I don't know.
Ooh, why don't we give away one of these?
Yeah. Oh yeah. These are awesome.
You guys can give away whatever you want.
Wait, time out. So before we do the spin, so the last gift will be you'll get the books, but you also get a push through mug. One thing we didn't mention is if you go to our website, thepushthroughmovement.com, we will have our push through mugs and our other merchandise that we have. We'll have some hats, some really cute shirts. We'll also have some masculine shirts too. So don't worry, we both have husbands, so they'll make sure that we get some really good garb for you guys to wear, some swag.
I love it. I want a hat. I totally want to wear a push through movement hat when I'm out walking.
Awesome. I will send you one, Mary.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Wink, all right, let's see who our next winner is.
Okay, let's spin it to win it. Is it going? There it goes.
Spin it. Just so you know, James, if you win again, we're going to spin it again. Chris Reed. Woo, Chris Reed. Way to go, guys. Way to go.
Sweet. Ooh, this has been so much fun. I think for a virtual book launch, it was a big success. I mean, you had interviews, you had videos, you had a ton of prizes, you had a live sax player, you had a music playlist, and you had Sam the bartender. Seriously? Best book launch I've ever seen. So hats off to both of you for all the hard work that you've put into this. What's your final thought, positive quote? What do you want to leave everyone with?
Well, for me, I think that, something that I wrote about in the book, and I used Marianne Williamson's quote about our deepest fear. And I just think that is one of the quotes. If you don't know it, you can look it up, but it talks about shrinking so other people won't feel insecure around you. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I learned during this journey is that there's no reason for any of us to do that. Carey and I can collaborate on a project like this, even though we're in the same industry. We represent the same type of people, but the more we can get that positive message out to really, have the grit to push through, have the confidence and the courage and the humility to stand up whenever you've fallen down. And I just really am so happy that you guys were able to join us today. I know 2 hours is a long time out of your day. So those of you that have been here the whole time, maybe it's only our husbands, Carey, and our family, but hey, I'll take it, right? But we've had so many friends drop in, and just seeing all those names on the wheel, it's just so encouraging. And I'm just so happy that this message resonates with so many people. And I just want to thank Carey for going on this journey with me. It's been such a blessing to get to know you and to have you in my life. And I do want to thank all the people behind the scenes as well. John, Carey's husband, helps us out on our business side. My husband helps me out tremendously on the business side, as well as Allie and Jess being our behind the scenes ladies. Jessica's been with us this whole time with our social media efforts, and Allie's been doing a great job recently, just really being able to help us get this message out. So thank you to everyone who's been a part of this. UPH, Mary, Brant, thank you so much for helping us with this launch.
Awesome, Holly. I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm going to add a couple people, but ditto all the thank yous at the end. But I think the biggest thing I wanted to communicate today is, what are you going to do about this? What are you going to do to put into action the strategies and the concepts that we talked about? Within all of us are many, many of these traits. And you're going to see through practical application some specific strategies on what to do, and take steps to execute and implement that in your lives. Make commitments and hold your commitments. In the book, we also talk about accountability partners. Be accountability partners for each other. Holly and I were that for one another through this whole project. My daughters and my husband have been. And this is an incredible movement, and we are so excited to share it with you and to hear from you and to actually make this better even than it is now. So a couple other people that I wanted to thank is Stephanie Anderson. She did an incredible job helping to refine our words through the wonderful editing process. Same with my daughter, Sam. That creative style and coming from the reader's perspective has been incredible. My incredible team here and our clients at True Wealth, as well as my husband, John, and our family. Holly, I wouldn't go to battle with anybody else. It's been certainly an honor, and can't wait to see where it goes from here.
Well, ladies, this has been amazing. I think that you guys made history with this virtual book launch, seriously. And I'm just so excited to be part of it. And this push through movement is just above and beyond what anyone could expect. So yeah, hold those books up in those journals. You guys, again, I'm just going to say, great Christmas gift. Buy one for yourself and one for your friends or your family. Carey, Hawley, I think that that's it. I'm just checking the comments. Once again, we just have people saying fantastic. They had a great time. They love the bartender. They love the journal. Like, it's just been received in such a positive manner. So again, high five, air hugs, because, you know, that's 2020 right here. Yeah. Oh, is that how you do air? I like that. Air hug or air hug.
Before we wrap, you know, all our interviewees and the folks that did testimonials, it's so wonderful to have amazing people in our corner. And then Felicia and everybody at UPH who helped with bringing this to life and bringing out the best in us. So that's what good organizations and good teams do.
Absolutely. We had one last comment. It was fun working with you guys too. That's from Stephanie Anderson. So I just want to make sure we got that one last comment on there.
Thank you. Watch out for her. Wait to see her project, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's time for us to wrap up. So you guys connect with these amazing women. And we'll be throwing in the links again on all the channels. Allie and Jess will be going back, answering any questions, throwing the links on so you can purchase your push through playbook, ultimate guide and playbook, and the journal. And soon there's going to be swag. So I just can't wait, you know, for my hat.
If you say it, we have to do it. So that's
right. I love it. Okay,
Thanks,
everyone. We hope that you enjoyed yourselves. Take care and have a wonderful afternoon. Bye.